We are just a few seconds away from the start of the 2025 Trinidad Alfonso Valencia Marathon. Pretty good conditions. I think there's a little bit of concern for the masses because the temperature will climb during the morning.
For me, it was always 250 or bust. Whatever the temperatures were going to be on the day, we were going to roll the dice.
And there the gun fires to set off the first wave.
It's fucking busy.
The first half of the race should feel like a warm-up. The real story is after the halfway, but really the 30k and beyond, and that's when the marathon starts, as they say.
For people who weren't out there, what's something you wish they understood about what yesterday actually felt like?
It was absolute carnage.
You're an OG, yeah, nice. I think it's going to be a bit hot. I'm not going for like a PB, so if it ruins my day, it is what it is. But for people that are going for a PB, I think it's not ideal.
Not as bad as London.
You're going for a PB. What are you hoping for?
249, 248.
Yeah, keep chucking water over yourself.
This time tomorrow, we will be in the last stretch. It's feeling a bit toasty, but we'll take it if the weather stays like this. We're happy. I'm trying to keep up with Simon on his strides, and this boy is fast. He just has a fresh pair of Puma Fast R3s on. So that's what I'm going to tell him. He's wearing the super shoes and
No excuses,
that's
mate.
why he can run faster. That's it done, not doing too much. 2 10-second strides, 3.5k jog. Feet up, carbs, lots of them, and rest. Oh, the nerves are starting to kick in. Bit of anxiety for race day and unsure how the body's going to react after the 30-kilometre mark. We're hoping that the body stays robust and the durability is there, and it's a long distance, so the first half of the race should feel like a warm-up. You know, the real story is after the halfway, but really the 30k and beyond, and that's when the marathon starts, as they say, so looking forward to that. It'd be nice to see family and stuff, but I think in January it's going to be quite cold in March, so exactly.
What's the brand you're shooting for today, mate?
Beyond Running, so they're quite new, Indonesian brand. They are shooting like a bit of a documentary, obviously focused on marathon runners and endurance training in general. So other athletes here from different parts of the world coming into Valencia, some are running the marathon. It's a bit cold for the singlet though. Last workout done today, 3 by 6 minutes at marathon pace, and it felt quite difficult, but I think, you know, we don't want to be peaking just yet. 5 more days for us to recover and come in fresh and as fit and as fast as possible, so I'm hoping that things come together and just try and not stress too much the next few days and try and enjoy it. Mum's going to be landing tomorrow night, so looking forward to some nice food and a bit of time, explore Valencia and then race pick up, and then things will start to get a bit real, and yeah, that's when the fun starts really. And yeah, fast forward to the start line and roll on Sunday. What's going on here? Oh, this is good. You're going to be supporting us tomorrow?
Yes. You think you'll be able to see that from a distance?
Can't miss that one.
Oh, that's cool.
What?
It seems like this is not where I get my number. This is when the nerves start to kick in. Again, what?
Is that cooked potatoes in a bag?
Yeah, we need to microwave them. A terrible carb source for carb loading. Looking at it on paper, it's just a number. It's quite a privilege being able to have a time goal. I think it will be a fair representation of the work that we've been doing, not just over the past 3, 4, 5 months, but even before that. I think it's just a reflection of the hard yards that we've put in. Yeah, the marathon will decide.
What have we got on the plate, mate?
Oh, it's a bowl with lots of goodness. Some pickled vegetables, sourdough, sweet potato, peri-peri chicken, chili jam, honest greens, debut.
Happy days.
First pickup, stocking up on lots of sugar, a lot of white rice, bagels, jam, honey, cream of rice, rice cakes, and whatever else we can find. Let's see. Per 100 gram, 86 carb, 1.2 grams of fat. So this is what we call a perfect carb loading solution. Buckets of this is going to be going on all the bread, all the bagels, all the cereal, protein to fat ratio. Health ends where performance starts. I mean, you could eat a loaf of this, you wouldn't even feel it go down. This is the ultimate carb loading hack. Cream of rice, it's made for easy digestion. Bit of honey, cinnamon, salt on this. If you're still carb loading with oats, you are missing the trick. 100 grams, 85 carb, 1.1 grams of fiber, and 1 gram of fat. Pineapple juice, speeds up digestion, easy sugars. This is the carb load haul. Rice-based cereal, cream of rice, baby food, rice cakes. Easiest carb source to digest. I'll slam honey, jam on that. Sugars, Morton 320, 80 grams of carbs each in these. Bread, more bread, liquid carbs, and some more sugar. Yeah, the idea is try and keep fat as low as possible, protein as low as possible, and high carbs, which we're gonna try and aim for like 850 to 900 the next 2 days, so fun times ahead. Final boss, carb meal. These two bowls, 190 grams of carbs, and then when I add honey and banana, cinnamon, it'll bump it up that bit more. And if it's for babies, then we'll take that because it's going to digest nicely for tomorrow.
Day is finally here. What's going through your head, mate?
Eat this food as quick as possible, go to the toilet. Probably the best sleep I've ever had before a race, so no meals in, toast, banana honey, coffee, the magic bullet. Slap endless amounts of this on so that we aren't chafing like a motherfucker. Post-meal walk for digestion, and then we'll get ready to go to the start. I'm excited.
Your plan is things get tough 30 to 35 minutes.
Well, I'm hoping that at that point I'm still with the 250 pacing group, and hopefully I can hang on for dear life and stick with them until the end, just trying to stay relaxed and stay composed, not letting ego get in the way, trying to stick to the plan as much as possible.
A very warm welcome, and we're delighted you're joining us for the Valencia Marathon Trinidad Alfonso Zurich 2025.
Pretty good conditions. I think there's a little bit of concern for the masses because the temperature will climb during the morning. We are just a few seconds away from the start of the 2025 Trinidad Alfonso Valencia Marathon.
And there the gun fires to set off the first wave.
The 25-26 kilometre mark, I started to feel that the effort was a good bit higher, and I could feel the early onset of the stomach. And then the 26 kilometre mark hit and excruciating stomach cramps. Thought that I could pick things back up and get going again. The calf started to cramp, and then the hamstring started to cramp. At that point the pacer was gone, walked off the course, stopped the watch.
And I consider DNFing probably
200 times.
Go on, Liam, let's go! Easy! Let's go. Fucking hell. Stomach, cramping left, right, centre, blew up. If Mum wasn't at the finish line, I would have DNF'd by now. So let's make it there. That was worth it though. Hey Mum with the Irish flag, my name on it. That's why you didn't DNF for this.
Top spot at Chicago. The top spot. It's going to be oh so close. It's going to be a massive lifetime best. Valencia Marathon, Trinidad Alfonso Zurich. John Correa is the champion.
Liam, my friend, you went to war out there. What went down?
Fucking absolute car crash. Died after like 24 or 25k. Stomach cramp, and cramped very badly. And I was able to push through it a bit. And then the calf went, then the hamstring went. And I considered DNFing probably 200 times. Stopped the watch, walked off the course. But only Mum was close to the finish waiting on me and a few other friends and family members. Otherwise, yeah, I would have just DNF'd, but I was able to jog, walk, jog. I think it was just too hard, went out too hot. Hot day, like, but I'm not going to blame the weather. It just wasn't enough. And 9 months on from my first marathon, where I ran 3:02, and I think I finished like 3:20 something. I don't even know what the time is. I don't want to know. Respect the marathon. Not so fun when it doesn't go your way, and when the second half of the race you have to fight a lot of mental battles, and not so enjoyable. But I wanted to get the medal, I wanted to finish. I seen Mum at the end with the flag.
What was the toughest thing to deal with yesterday, and how do you sit with it now?
I suppose the result is hard to take. Coming in at 3:28 on 11 months or 9 months ago I ran Tokyo, I fell apart at the end of that race too, and I was quite disappointed. I'm 9 months on, I've never been fitter, I've never had a better training block, I've never been running as much, and I've never been healthier with injuries. To come in 26 minutes slower in Valencia, which is supposed to be the fast course, and people will say that it doesn't discount the work you put in and it's not about the time. It probably just doesn't sit so well with me, but I do understand that it's sport and sometimes things just don't click. Obviously we've been documenting the build. I was quite confident being able to hit the sub 250. The stats, the data had pointed in the direction that it's more than possible, and there will be people out there for sure that will see that that we have been quite vocal about the sub 250, but I don't regret that. It's part and parcel of putting yourself out there, and yeah, I suppose it's just real life, isn't it? Like, things don't always go to plan. The marathon is a different ball game completely, and I'm still learning about it, and yeah, ultimately it just wasn't enough on the day. On to the next one. And that wraps up the 4-part docuseries in the lead up to Valencia, which didn't go to plan. Appreciate all the support. You can find me on Instagram at Liam Laverty Coaching. Yeah, we'll try and document a lot more of these. I'll see you in the next one, and thanks for following along. Over and out.